how are you? Welcome back to our channel. It's Tommy here, and today I am going to talk about something quite personal to me and something that I, until recently, and maybe like some other people, found it a bit of a taboo to talk about, especially as a female. And I am going to talk about being hairy, or being a hairy female, whichever one you guys want to call it, whatever. I wrote down my points, guys, because I've recorded this video like 3 times, and every time I've gone off topic, I've started rambling, this one, that one. But you know me, I like to be straight to the point. I don't like to, talk about nonsense for like 20 minutes. But yeah, so, right. I'm going to make this a 2-part video. And in this first video, I'm going to talk about I'm going to talk about my story about being a hairy girl and also loving yourself. And in the next video, I'm just going to talk about like my tips on being a hairy girl. So like almost like a survival guide. So like hair removal processes and techniques and all of that. So I'm going to start with my story. I've always been a hairy girl. It's like a genetics thing. My dad's hair is, I've got lots of hair. I'm relaxed. Like I've got relaxed hair, but my relaxed hair is so full, it looks like someone, like a natural person's blowout. So my relaxed hair actually doesn't really look relaxed, which is one of the reasons why I don't really see myself going natural, because I will cry. Like it's just too much. But so for me, I've just always been hairy. Like everyone's always kind of said, "Oh, you're really hairy." Like my mom said, I came out of the womb like when I was a baby, like my hair covered my face. Apparently, so, but you know how moms always like to, just edge things a little bit. Like, how you gonna say I came out of the womb like my hair covered my face? But hey, I wasn't. Okay, I almost said I wasn't there. I was there. You see what I'm saying? Rambling. Anyways, so I've always been hairy, and for me, it's just always been like the reg. Like shaving wasn't like that big of a deal. I mean, when you're 10, you're not really shaving your legs or anything. But yeah, I really didn't start noticing much about my hairiness or my hair. I don't want to call it a hair problem, but at that point I would call it a hair problem. I didn't notice much about it until like the end of year 13, start of uni. So that was like the summer in between. Like before then, I've always had my little mustache here and everything. My brother's always mocked it, called me. He used to call me, he'd be like, "Oh, you look like Kid Cudi." And I'm just like, what? Where's that from? But anyways, so summer, as I was saying, this came through. And I was so confused, like, why do I have hair on my chin? And so I used to just shave it off, which, bad idea. My skin on my face is sensitive, so that just caused me to have ingrown hair, bumps, and it just led to like scarring. So I've got like dark bits on my chin, which when I wear makeup, it's just a lot more work down there because I have to extra conceal. And so it became a bit of an issue for me, and even with my sideburns, I just hated doing braids or hair that I just didn't like it. And I remember one time this guy made a joke and he was like, "Oh, you've got more sideburns than me." And he meant it as a joke, but then I did not see it as a joke. The next morning I had hair removal cream here, I took it all off. And then later on when it grew again, and then that was when I started waxing. Before that, I was still waxing and threading as like maybe you're waxing your legs or you're waxing your eyebrows or you're threading your eyebrows. That was what I used to do. And then I remember I went to the shop that day to get my eyebrows done, and I was looking at the pamphlet and I was like, "Oh, they do lip threading." So I started getting my lip threaded, which is so painful, by the way, guys. Oh my gosh. But anyways, so I started getting my lips threaded, and then I started getting my chin threaded. And when I couldn't get my chin threaded, I discovered tweezers as well, so I'd be pulling it out. And all of this was just creating like almost like this bubble where I felt like I had to be hairless constantly. Like then I didn't used to like people looking at my face for too long. I didn't used to like people kind of like coming close to my face. I'd be like, what are you looking at? Like, don't see my mustache or anything like that. I always used to just try and wear makeup a lot to just cover any bit of hair. My boyfriend at the time, I didn't like him stroking my arms, or if he tried to stroke my face, I didn't like that. And I'd be in the bathroom for time, like pulling hair, like tweezing, all of that, and like with my wax strips, everything. And later on, but then it got to a point where, bruv, apart from the cost here of hair removal, you just have, like, I literally just sat down and I just thought to myself, this is something you have to live with. So you have to either accept it and move on, or carry on with this constant spending money and just constantly pulling and tugging and waxing and threading and hair removal this, hair removal that. And I realized, you know what, this is something I'm gonna have to accept. And also at that point, like my boyfriend just made me feel so comfortable. Like he was like, because before that, like if I was ever meeting him up or anything, trust me, my face would be hairless to the max. And I remember one time he was like, oh, like, you know, you don't have to be going for all this all the time, like you're spending so much money and it's really not that big of a deal. And I'm thinking, like, wait, is it? Like, I thought it was a big deal. Like, I thought, you know, like, and the thing as well was he was like a hairless guy. Like, I had more legs on my hair than he did. So that made me feel even more like, oh, now I need to be shaving my legs constantly or this and that. And but then I started to just accept that. And then one time as well, Abby was telling me, she was like, oh, my mom hates it when you wax off your sideburns. Like, she thinks it makes you look so beautiful. Like, she really likes it. And I was like, oh wait, so like, why am I even bothering myself? It's like I'm doing all this for people, and people actually like it, or people don't even care. Like, it's not that big of a deal. And I realized if I'm going to be doing this, I have to do it for myself, and I have to do it as something I'm comfortable with. So all of a sudden, my routine hair removal, whatever, went from like once a month to maybe once every 6 weeks, once every 2 months. And it just started reducing. I started just accepting, like, I'm a hairy chick, it is that way. And also, like, I'd stopped taking off my sideburns. It took me a while to come to terms with, but I was just like, you know what, it's me, it is what it is. And also I then started seeing like quite a couple of videos on YouTube, or people would tweet about, you know, having to constantly like shave. And I remember one time, one of my friends, she was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get my eyebrows done and just get my little mustache taken off. And I was like, wait, you have that? And she was like, yeah. And then another friend said, and I was like, wait, so I'm not the only one who's dealing with this little thing here? And they were like, no, like, it's like almost every female deals with it. But the thing is, like, when you have a hairless friend, like when you live with someone who's hairless, like Abby, like I literally always like used to feel like a baby panda. But like literally, cause she shaves her legs. I think I already said this. She shaves her legs like twice a year. I shave my legs like almost every week if I'm gonna be wearing skirts or shorts. It's that deep. So being friends with people like that have no hair, and all of a sudden discovering your other friends actually have lots of hair like you, you're just like, bruv, so there's a bit of a, you know, like there's everything there. Like, I don't even know if that makes sense. Like, not everyone's gonna be hairless and not everyone's gonna be hairy. So whichever like rank you fall in, just accept it, really. And also, what else was I gonna say? Yeah. I realized that I actually, oh gosh, what am I saying? Oh yeah, anyways, but yeah, as I was saying, all of that just made me realize, like, it all comes down to like just loving yourself and accepting yourself. Like, except maybe if you go get like laser hair removal, so you get everything lasered out, but until then, you have to just like accept it. Like, this is who you are. Maybe if you have the money to be waxing like every week, like, but I know them procedures are okay expensive. So you just have to accept it as who you are. And that's the thing for me now, because I've accepted it. No one can come and chat anything to me about being a hairy female. Like, I literally just look at you and be like, okay, like, what you want to say. But back then, if you said anything about me being hairy, oh, I would be so self-conscious for time. But now I'm just like, okay, cool, like I'm not really bothered anymore. And also, like, I think that's just one thing I would say. Like, if you're a female who struggles with like a little bit of extra hair on the side, like, trust me, we out there. There's a lot of us. There's more than you think. That chick whose face is so beat and everything, you never know. She probably has a little of a mustache as well. She probably like deals with all this extra hairs and everything. So just because someone does not look it, don't think that, oh, you know, you're the only one going through it. As I said, there's quite a few of us. And also, I'm going to do another video on like problems and survival tips for like being a hairy female. But before that, number one thing that I'm going to say is do not shave your face. Please, 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 I am begging you, don't do that. You're not sure if the skin on your face is sensitive, but you don't want to find out. Trust me, you don't want to find out by shaving your face and then getting all of that. It's not pretty. But yeah, guys, I hope that this video, I keep checking my notes, sorry guys, I have covered everything. I feel like I made it. I'm on point, I'm on track. But yeah, I hope this video is kind of like just, I don't know where to say enlightened, but it's just like showing you like hairy girls, we do exist. Like if you're one of us, yes. Like if you feel like a baby panda, yes, I do all the time. But the other day I was like Wolverine, you know, Wolverine. Like who says that? But anyways, yeah, guys, just accept it. Like love yourself, man. And if someone's gonna be mocking you, calling you names, like you better cut it. Literally, like you can't have anyone who's bringing negativity to your life or anyone who's coming to use something that you can't change about yourself as an insult. It's like someone coming to say, oh, you've got a big nose or you've got big lips, and you can't change that about yourself. So you being hairy, it's you. So why would someone come and try and use that as an insult? Like, deuces. But yeah, guys, I really hope this video made sense. I hope I got my message across clear. I'm gonna make another video, I've already said this, but I'm gonna make another video on problems that you kind of face as a hairy girl and a survival guide. So like hair removal techniques and all of that, how to combat it. But yeah, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Comment below if you've got any tips and techniques on how you remove your hair. Love you.